For the past 10 years, everything paranormal has captured the attention of many people, invaded TV, radio, the books we read, and even in the news. And the popularity seems to keep growing, no longer kept hidden and talked about in hushed voices. Now people are talking around the proverbial water cooler with incidents that happened years ago or just yesterday. Seems many are curious and anxious to tell stories about their own brush with the supernatural. My name is Jackie Meador. I'm Director of Central California Paranormal Investigators, and this is my co-host, sensitive healer and Reiki Master of Casa del Curandero and partner, Krista Erickson.
Together we are going to be talking about things that go bump in the night and even during the day. We are going to take you to places that some say are haunted, meet those who hunt for ghosts, venture into the wilderness in search of Bigfoot, watch the skies for UFOs, discover metaphysical mysteries, and investigate urban legends. Those who are on a journey and committed to researching all manner of the paranormal. We hope you enjoy our special guests and discussions on various paranormal topics. You are watching Paranormal Journeys.
Hello and welcome to our show. As some of you know, CCPI investigates a lot of different sites experiencing paranormal activity, including private residences. Families contact us because something is going on in their home that is disrupting their lives and those of their children. They want to know what is happening, and from time to time, and with our clients' permission, we're going to highlight their stories, but rather than us telling you what happened, you're going to hear directly from them. Each story is unique, and just so you know, what you see and hear has not been altered in any way, but just as they went through it from the beginning to the end. Here to tell you about their story and their journey is Sonya and Heather Hallmark. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you both.
It's been a while. It's been almost a year since I saw you guys.
It has been.
Since we did the investigation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Wow.
I see you on Facebook all the time. But
Yeah.
It's not the same.
So this is Sonya, everyone, and her daughter, Heather.
Yes.
So, and there was some activity at your house, from what I understand, and Jackie and the CCPI went in and did some investigating. So we have a real-life ghost story to share with you guys today. So if you guys could start by telling us a little bit about yourselves, about your family, and about your home. And
Well, I grew up in my home.
Okay.
And 17 years ago, we bought the house from my dad. So it's only been my father owning it and us owning it.
Okay.
They had some renters, but no one ever passed away in the house. It's a great place. We started noticing things when she was basically in junior high, high school? High school.
Junior high, but more so in high school.
And, it just progressed. And, one of her friends said that there was a guy, an older man, watching her. Well, this was after my dad passed, and she goes, "Is it my grandfather?" And she showed her a picture of him. She said, "No, it doesn't look like him."
Oh, interesting.
So I never thought my dad was in the house. Then, as it kept going on and on, after a while I started noticing lights in her room at 3 in the morning.
Which isn't that uncommon for a high schooler, right?
It's not uncommon for someone in their late teens, early 20s to have their lights going at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're in school. I'd ask her about it. She goes, "No, I went to bed at 1. I don't have lights on in my room." And we checked out her room and stuff, and there's no way light could have penetrated through the door in anything else except for the main light switch.
Okay.
Well,
But even then with the door shut, it's not that bright.
It was hard.
Right.
You would have to really put multiple
But this was like
strong
a
lights in there.
bright light that I could see.
Okay. Did you ever open the door to see? No. I probably wouldn't have either.
Normal people were supposed to work towards the light. My family kept on walking away.
I just walked away from it.
Better not to know, huh?
And I never got informed until at least 2 weeks to a month later that they saw a
No,
light.
I asked you if you stayed up late because there was a light shining.
A couple weeks later.
Now, okay, I was bad. Then, you know, every now and then, because I would get up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning to go to get ready for work.
Oh, okay.
The TV's on static. You know, I'd wake up and the TV's on static, and it's like, it's on a completely different service thing. She knows, I don't know.
The TV is on cable. I'm actually switched to antenna.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And we've changed the TV location to different plugs. We put a surge protector.
Wow.
Nothing stops it.
Nothing helped it. It would just keep.
And how
popping
often
up.
was this happening?
About once or twice a week.
Oh, okay. For how long?
It still goes on today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Now, and then just to clarify, so this activity, it started about 10 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not like this is something that's
It's
new.
just been increasing in frequency, I think.
In
for
what
10
was
years.
going
It
on.
used to have
Okay.
in my bedroom, but I really don't care. I just
Right.
used to turn it off and go back to sleep.
Yeah, and that's too. I mean, Heather just accepted it. I mean, just it never bothered her. You know, she just would roll over and go back to sleep. But
Braver than I am.
Okay, she's braver than I am too. But you know, it's like one morning she left her door open, and I got up and this really bright light's coming from her room. Well, we have a doggy door at the entrance of all our bedrooms, so the dogs can't go in there when we don't want them.
Okay.
Well, dog gate. There is this face, and it's like it covered half her bedroom window, and she has like a double window, covered her purses. It was a guy just staring at her, just the face.
Wow.
You could not see her purses.
It was so
It was,
dense.
yeah, you could not see the purses. You didn't see the blinds that were there. You saw the blinds in the window past the face, but you didn't see it where
on
the
either
face
side,
was.
then on either
Yeah.
side.
Wow.
And you didn't recognize the face.
No, it was like just a younger guy.
Okay.
Now, was it the same guy that, Heather, that your friend saw?
She said it was an older gentleman.
Okay.
I don't know who she saw. I don't even know
Mm-hmm.
what my mom's seeing and what my friend's seeing.
Okay.
'Cause
I
she's
don't
sleeping through the
see
whole
it. I don't
thing.
see
So,
any
so
of
your
this.
friend saw an older guy. You saw
I saw a younger
guy.
face.
Okay. Okay.
And for some strange reason, I didn't feel the need to wake her up, and I just kept walking.
Or
I
tell
think
her-
that's probably a good thing. I don't know if I'd want my mom to wake me up after saying, "Oh, there's some guy standing in your window."
Or she didn't
I
tell me till
was-
4 days later.
I was looking at it. I turned around. It was still there.
Wow.
Turned around, shut my eyes, looked back again, and it was gone. And her room was dark again.
Okay.
I don't think it was on the outside of the window.
It was on the inside.
Right. Well, from what
Yeah.
you're saying,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
'cause
on the wall.
covering the purses.
Yeah, it was on the wall.
So real fast. I mean, just to let everyone know, this is just a regular house. I mean, you
It's a
said
regular house.
Your father built it. He lived in it. You bought it from him.
Mm-hmm.
I think we even have a photo of the house.
Yeah, I think we showed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we
Yeah. So
showed
you
it.
saw. So I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a regular
Yeah, it's
house.
just
So all
a
the-
regular 3-bedroom house
And this is here in town. Okay.
in Clovis.
Okay. So when did the activity start to really pick up?
About that time when I saw the face.
Okay, so that was kind of like the peak.
Right. Well, you know, I called my sister up and I said, you know, I saw this face on my daughter's wall. She goes, I have a ghost meter.
Oh.
And
It was
I'm
just a
going,
sick, twisted joke. It was just to prove that there's really nothing shining on my wall, that they're just seeing stuff while I'm sleeping.
So, you know, I went out and bought a cheap little recorder.
Okay.
Okay. Well, of course, we thought we were, you know, big bad people here at this point. And
You watched all the TV shows.
Yeah, you've watched
Yeah,
Ghost
we
Hunters
watched
a few
Ghost
times.
Hunters.
You knew what to do.
Okay.
so we're sitting in the room. I mean, absolutely nothing happens. You know, it's like, okay,
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, no kidding.
this is
We've been there, done
boring.
that.
And so what we decided to do was we left the ghost meter in Heather's room. and the voice recorder. Well, 2 days later, she turns it on. I'm at work. She wakes up and she's listening to this voice recorder. And it's not one, you know, it's like I said, it's just a cheap little recorder.
Yeah.
You can listen to it. You can't plug it into anything.
Okay.
And I swear to God, it sounded, "Where are you?" that came out of this voice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And the ghost meter went off, and
At 3:30 in the morning.
she comes running out because I'm getting ready for work. Got to come in my room. I go, "I'm not going in that room. There's something there. I'm not going."
Okay, so real fast here. First of all, a voice recorder is just any recorder you can purchase at Target, Walmart that you would use to take notes with.
Sure.
Jackie, do you want to explain to us what a ghost meter is?
Well, you're talking about the EMF detector, correct?
Well, the one that Carol has, it says ghost meter on it. But yeah, it's the EMF recorder.
Okay.
The EMF.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wait and do that a little bit later because we're going
Okay.
to talk about that when we talk about the
Okay.
investigation here.
All right. So basically, an EMF detector
Yeah.
and a voice recorder is
Right.
what you captured this on. Okay.
So you heard the beeps and the stuff.
Oh yeah, it
Okay.
was. And when the beeping stopped, she started going around the room with it in that same area. There was no beeping after that.
Okay.
And you know, it was like a ghost hunt, a Ghostbuster movie gone wrong, because I freaked.
I went back to bed.
Yeah, she went back to bed. I freaked. Well, at that point, you know, I took the recording to work, and I let people listen to it, and they're going, "That sounds evil," and it didn't sound pleasant. You know, it wasn't. But you know, it just wasn't pleasant sounding.
Yeah. They very rarely are pleasant sounding.
Right. And all of a sudden, someone tells me, "You have a demon."
Oh, no.
Okay, I freaked.
Yeah.
I mean, I totally freaked. My sister started trying to get a hold of
I was
Jackie.
just
She
gonna
got a
have a
hold of
phone call.
Jackie. I'm getting a hold of everybody I can think of. Finally, me and Jackie connect, and it's like, I was so thankful that we connected, because I freaked.
Well, yeah. I mean, somebody tells you
I'm
there's
going-
a demon in your
yeah.
house. I think that's a pretty reasonable.
And it's
It would
actually very
freak you out.
common. I mean, I get emails all the time. People are certain that they have a demon in their house. And I just got one just the other day. You know, they're certain. Her and her husband have been praying every night, and which is a good thing. But from what she told me, I see no evidence of a demonic activity.
Yeah.
You know.
I think a lot of times anything that is scary and is
Unknown.
unexplainable, we immediately label it as bad. And for a
Right.
lot of people, the word demon
Right.
comes in, and then you freak out.
You do, you freak. I mean,
And it makes it worse,
And
really.
it does.
there was a long time, every time I would go out of my bedroom, I would look down the hallway
She would do.
just to make sure there
Just
was
to
no
see
one
if there's
there.
somebody standing there, yeah.
But you know, she's told me about, she's come out of the bathroom and there was a shadow person
It
against
was
the
at-
wall.
It was 2:00 in the morning. I was getting ready for bed. All my animals were already in bed. They decided to leave me alone. I was shutting everything off, and I was walking through the hallway from the front door to the hallway to leads to the bedrooms.
Okay.
And right out of that leads on the thermostat, we had pictures at the time. There was a shadow protruding out of the wall, and everything but the pictures around it showed, but pictures behind it didn't show.
It was blacked out.
Everything was blacked out and that was covered, and it was just protruding.
So it was at this point that you decided you needed help.
Oh,
that
God,
you didn't
yeah.
know what was going on. You needed help. You needed to find out. You know.
I was petrified.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, I can laugh about it now,
Yeah.
but at that point, it scared me.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I felt like I was in a Ghostbuster movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny.
She thought it was
She kept thinking it was funny. I know.
So at this point, then Jackie came in. You got in touch with CCPI,
Yes.
and then tell us about your investigation, Jackie.
Well,
What
we
happened
went
then?
in on April 13th of last year, and we came away with some evidence, and I think I explained to you the evidence wasn't really overwhelming, but it was just enough for us to know that, no, you don't have a demon in your house. You definitely have some paranormal activity. But there was nothing threatening, that
Yeah.
you really didn't need to be afraid that whoever was there was just a watcher. He was just watching. whether he was a family member who had passed. We would try to tell. We would try to see if we could he would tell us his name and things. But yeah, I think at that point we just wanted to really comfort them and just say, hey, it's okay.
Right.
Don't panic. You need to just stay calm because you don't have any demonic activity in the house. We were able to determine that right away. And you got to figure, demons they're not going to scare you right off the bat. They want you to stay in the home. They don't want to get you to leave. They don't want to scare you. They're going to make all nicey nice, before, and that takes a while,
Yeah.
for them to do their whatever they do, possess and whatever. But it takes a while. So when somebody emails me and says, we have a demon in the house, it's scaring us, and I can't sleep anymore, and we don't want to be here, and I find out this just happened like a month ago or a couple of weeks prior. I say, number one, you don't have a demon in your house because they're not going to scare you. They want you to stay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I knew right away it wasn't, but convincing you and
Was a
showing
whole
you
nother
was a whole
story.
different story. Right. Yeah.
So what did you end up doing?
Well, we ended up we ended up coming. I think there was let's see, it was Jackie Harris, Sunel, Carl and Susan and me, and we showed up on, like I said, April 13th, and she had a spread for us. She had a table in the garage. She had 2 tables in the garage full of food.
Oh, I'm gonna go ghost hunting at your
I know.
house.
We wanted to go back.
When I get nervous, I cook.
Oh, okay.
So I was nervous all day that day getting ready for them to come. So yeah, I cooked.
So we did catch, like I said, a couple things. Sunel had just bought a new device, and it's called a Spirit Box PSB7, and she was trying it out for the first time. And basically the definition is it's a compact tool for attempting communication with paranormal entities. These aren't my words. It uses radio frequency sweeps to generate white noise, which theories suggest gives some entities the energy they need to be heard. When this occurs, you will sometimes hear voices or sounds coming through the static in an attempt to communicate. Okay, so
that sounds like a Frank's box.
yeah, exactly.
Like an old school,
exactly.
maybe like an
And
updated Frank's box.
There's so many variations on the Spirit Box, Frank's Box, whatever.
Ovilus, yeah.
Yeah, the Ovilus, whatever.
Okay.
But we can show, if we haven't yet, can we show photo 2? So this is what the Spirit Box looks like. This is what Sunel had bought. And we've used it a couple of times, well, a few times since then, since Sonya and Heather's house. And I'm still on the fence, Anything that uses radio waves, I'm a little on the fence about.
Yeah.
Jury's still out for me.
I agree.
But it produced some stuff that was definitely interesting, definitely different.
Okay.
I didn't expect. So let's hear, if we could hear that EVP number 1, that would be great.
Is there anybody here with us? Audio? Yeah. What did it say? Audio. Okay.
I like hearing it. And you've never heard it.
No,
You
I
haven't heard
haven't
it,
actually.
yeah.
This will be my first time.
Is there anybody here with us?
Is that a yeah?
Yeah.
That was a yeah.
That's the detector that's scanning through radio stations, I'm
Right,
assuming?
right.
Okay.
It plays that white noise and that static, and supposedly the theory is that the spirit can draw on that energy or
Right.
that static electricity or whatever, and then be able to talk, and that's what's coming through.
Now, I know, because I've used a Frank's box before, so I
Right.
know from that there's a lot of people that think that the words we're hearing, the responses we're getting are just words that we happen to come across on the radio stations. But something that I want to point out is that both the I am and the yeah, they to me sounded very similar, like it was
Right.
the same voice.
Yes, and
So-
it did to me as well.
Right. So what are the chances of, that scanning through the same radio station with the same announcer saying something that actually gives a response to the question? So I do believe that they are useful.
Right.
There's a lot of debate about them, but I thought those two were
Well, and the
great.
interesting thing
Great.
too, that you hear the radio stations in the background.
Exactly.
And these answers are totally different.
It's like it's
than
on
what
top of
those.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And there's actually a break in that static when you hear those voices.
Absolutely.
So that's another indicator. Like I said, I'm still on the fence. I'm just an advocate for simple. Just keep it simple.
agree.
Just keep it simple.
Keep it
But
simple, stupid.
I'm always interested, and I'm always looking. But we do have a photo. If we could show photo 3, you'll see that at the same time and in the same area, we got the picture. Or actually, Susan got the picture.
Okay.
So.
And this is the same time as the EVPs
Yes.
were being done. Okay.
Yes, all within the same time frame. The 2 EVPs were at different times, but this one was when.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, anyway, but you'll see it's perfectly round. It's got some good texture. There's no holes in it. It's definitely emitting its own light. And the lights were on in the room. So, as a rule, I don't usually go into total darkness anyway. But, so it's definitely emitting its own light. So
it definitely fits your criteria
Yes.
that you use.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's a great
And then we
photo.
get the EVP at the same time. And then Jackie Harris was picking up some stuff. So, it's like, there's something here. We couldn't get into something. We think his name is Jim, but we're not positive.
That's what I've named him.
Right.
I tell Jim, just go to bed.
When they start rallying around. But there is one last thing I want to bring up.
And we saw just a little
We
sneak
just saw a
peek
little
there.
snippet here. How about this photo 4? Now, you have to remember, folks, Sonya is sitting there thinking that she's got demons in her house. Someone had given her this demon doll, for lack of a better phrase, as a joke. So she kept it proudly in her living room, And so then I walk in to do the preliminary interview, and she's got this demon doll sitting in her living room, and I go, "What are you doing?" And, already demons freak her out, and now she's got this thing in here. Well, let's just put it this way: it is no longer there.
Good.
We did get rid of it.
Yes,
and,
we
and
got
it's
rid of
not,
it.
folks. It's not the doll itself. It's not the doll that's evil. It's not anything else. It's just the fact that it represents something that you're afraid of, and anything that you that's negative in your life, you really probably should get rid of. So,
Yeah.
And we got rid of
yes,
it.
Exactly.
we did.
That's
So we
good.
did.
My husband got rid of it.
But yeah, it was just funny. It was funny. I left. Sunil leans over and she goes, "Did you know she's got a demon doll sitting in her living room?" I go, "What?"
But I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Because
But you were afraid of demons.
well, yeah,
But it's a toy.
but it's a toy.
I get it, but no, I'm glad you got rid of it.
But you know what I'm
regardless.
saying.
Yeah, I do.
It's-
I do.
Okay.
So it sounds like the investigation was successful.
Yes, yes, and I think the purpose was to help make our clients feel better, take control of your own home again, and know that nothing there is going to hurt you. Now, CCPI does not get rid of ghosts. That's just not something that is our expertise. If our clients want that, we refer them out to people who do that, and then they make the contact. At that point, we have nothing left to do. But surprisingly, most people decide to coexist. Once they know it's non-threatening and it's okay, they just practical jokes and walking around, whatever. They just decide to live with it. So, and I think that's what you guys have decided to do. Just he's there. He doesn't hurt anything.
He doesn't eat my food. He doesn't cause any bills. Only thing he does is he likes to turn on the TV every now and then still.
And lower the AC thermostat.
Yeah, she said, I don't know. I'm asleep at that time. Walk in the hallway, and he only gave me one scare, but it really wasn't a scare moment.
Yeah.
And that's when I felt someone staring at me, and I rolled over in bed, and I swore at first it was my husband.
That would be
leaning
scary.
over.
That
would be
somebody
scary.
That would be.
lying next to you in bed and not it be your husband. Okay.
And I leaned, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm going back to sleep, rolled over, and there's my husband sound asleep right next to me. So I just go, "Jim, go to bed."
That's creepy.
Yeah.
And I rolled
but he
back
did.
over, and he was
But
gone.
he did.
Wow.
He went to bed.
Yeah, and I think that's important that you've established a relationship with your spirit, with your entity in your house, and he will abide by the rules.
You know, he hasn't come back and done that again in the bedroom.
Right.
And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If he wants to walk the hallway, turn the TV on, let me know he's there, I'll say good morning or go to bed.
Yeah.
It's going to be one or the other.
Yeah,
Or knock it
that
off,
is
Jim.
non-threatening.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how things are now.
Yes.
Good.
Heather, what about you? How do you feel? Just pretty much the same? Nothing's changed? You just take it with a grain of salt?
Still don't care.
Still don't care?
You know, it's home. That's all. It's just home.
Right.
It's the norm.
Okay. It's the norm.
It's normal.
Okay, so that's how things are now. What would you say to others that are experiencing the same kinds of things you did? What would you say to them? If somebody came up and said, you know, telling their story exactly what you experienced, what would you say?
If they were scared, I would tell them to contact you.
No.
Well, no, just to,
Oh, that's good, thank you.
but no, but to get, I got reassurance from you. And that made all the difference in the world. When you and Sunel came that first time, yeah, was I still a little freaked out? But I knew you guys were coming. And it still made me feel better. After Jackie Harris came and, we walked through the house and she assured me there is no demons in that house.
Right.
I mean, I could care less if they stay forever now. But
Well, I think Jim probably will, yes.
yeah, I think Jim's with me for
But
now.
I think that you want people to get help. If they're experiencing
They
stuff,
need to get
help.
answers.
Whether it's me or another group or
Yeah.
whatever, just find somebody,
They need to get answers,
need to
and
get
don't
answers.
take someone's word for it that you don't even know that it's a demon in your
Right.
house to freak
Right.
you out.
Yeah,
I learned that.
right.
But it was a progress. It was a step-by-step progress for me. And as long as there's nothing bad going on, don't freak out like I did.
Right.
Because really, even at the time that I freaked out, it wasn't because anything bad was going on. It was because someone said I had a demon.
And you didn't know. what was
And I didn't know.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
All I know is the TV came on, I kept seeing these lights, I saw the face. But even when I saw the face, it didn't scare me. Because I think if it would have scared me, I would have screamed.
Right.
Because I am one chicken. I'm chicken. I admit I am chicken.
Well, I'm glad that, it's been almost a year now, and everybody's settled in. Jim's settled in.
Yeah,
Your husband's
Jim's
settled in.
happy.
Everybody's happy.
Now, I remember Jackie saying that there was 2 women on my husband's side of the
Right.
bed.
Right.
The only thing I have to do, because my dog gets really antsy if the closet door is open. As soon as I close the closet door, she stops staring at the door, and she settles down and goes to sleep. But as long as they stay on my husband's side of the room, I'm okay.
As long as they're not bothering you.
They're not bothering me. Jim pops in every now and then on my side, but those 2 ladies can stay with him.
We're gonna move on with some other stories here, and you guys are gonna stay with us, and we're gonna discuss some things because we're gonna be talking about a demon house.
Yes.
That'll
Yes.
be fun.
Yes.
See, I'm not scared like I used to be.
I can't wait to hear your opinion on this one. So, all right. So this is called the Portal to Hell,
Yeah.
the Indiana Demon House. So around January 26th, the Indianapolis Star broke a story about a mother who told public officials that she was possessed by demons. So let's just take a deep breath there. Well, the home in which she and her family lived has been sold. And if you haven't heard by now, the buyer is none other than Zach Bagans, host and executive producers of Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel. I think anybody who has ever watched a ghost show knows who Zach is. So Zach has purchased the alleged demon house on the Carolina Street in Gary, Indiana for about $35,000. So pretty affordable there. So the article in the Star chronicled Ammon's description of the strange occurrences involving her and her 3 children, a spurred series of exorcisms that a priest claims were the first authorized by the current bishop of the Catholic Church Diocese of Gary. So from what I understand, it takes a lot to get an exorcism
Yes.
approved.
Yes.
Like, this is not something that, you call up your Catholic church and say, hey, I have demons,
Right.
I need you in here. I mean,
Right.
this is like a process. So that, to me, the fact that the Catholic Church went in and even approved and
Right.
did an exorcism says that,
There's
okay,
something
maybe there was something going on.
And too, credit has to be given to our current popes because he's a lot more involved with the exorcism, and in fact has reestablished some kind of, not a department, but some kind of a task force, whatever, of
Yeah.
bishops and things to get down to the exorcisms and start implementing those rituals again, those ceremonies.
Right. So that's where we're starting here. So this
Yeah.
is already kind of,
Yeah.
So the Reverend Michael Maginot, who is a priest with Saint Stephen Martyr Parish in Maryville, investigated the house and ultimately conducted a series of exorcisms. Also, Gary Police Captain Charles Austin, who investigated the Ammons house, said basically that with all of his experience in the workforce, like, he thought that he had seen it all, but he changed his mind.
You're right.
Yeah, he basically said that he had never seen anything like this. And from the stories that I've read, this police captain went in and they heard things, they saw things.
And he was a skeptic.
And he was a skeptic, yes,
time,
absolutely. He was a
big
big
time.
time skeptic. And he walked away from, this investigation saying, no, there's something wrong in that house. There's something that's not there, something that he's never seen before, never experienced before.
Right.
So now Austin, who said that he was initially skeptical,
Right.
but became a believer, told the Star that he would not go back in the house unless required to do so for an investigation. So
Right.
this is the captain. This is the police
There's
captain.
the house, yeah.
Yeah, there's the house. Not a very scary looking house.
No, looks a lot like houses in Fresno.
Yeah, it does actually. But yeah, this police captain actually quoted, "We know that there's evil in the house and we know the evil is ever present. Why go where evil is there? You have no idea who you may run into."
And I guess goes to show you can't tell. Looks can be deceiving. It can
Yeah.
be, a rundown house, or it can be a nice palatial mansion.
Exactly.
So I'm saying that right, but yeah. So you never
Yeah.
know.
All right, so Charles Reed, Amon's former landlord, said that the current tenant called Gary Police to complain when reporters and photographers showed up. He said that his tenant declined offers of money and interview requests. She wants total privacy.
Right.
So that says a lot too to me, because if this was like a stunt, you'd think she'd be like, "Oh yeah, come on in, take
Well,
some
she
photos."
had to have known too before she rented it that there was some kind of notoriety about this house.
Well, I don't know, because the reports that I've read don't say anything about any previous owners or renters
Right.
experiencing
Right.
issues.
Correct.
So
Correct.
maybe there wasn't some. Maybe it came when she was there. Who knows? Who
Yeah.
knows?
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But on the flip side, psychologists who evaluated Ammons and her children came to a different conclusion, of course. They characterized her fixation on demons as being part of a delusional system and tried to teach her different ways of interpreting the children's behavior. Now, that being said, some of the reported children's behavior include them walking backwards up the walls. And
Really?
Yes, that
Okay, I
was in
hadn't
one of
read
the
that
reports
part.
that I read. Yeah, so
That's a diagnosis you don't hear every day. but-
exactly.
My child started walking up the wall backwards. I'm out.
Thank you.
I left her. I'm gone.
I'm sorry, honey.
No,
Just in a Catholic priest.
but it says a lot about the American psychology group too. That of course, they're not going to want to admit that. Yeah, maybe there's demons and ghosts that can control things, and maybe there is some mental illness, or maybe there's some really poor coping
Right.
skills in the family. But so of course they're going to give some sort of clinical diagnosis to something that's so unexplainable.
Sure.
So now we get to the real question, which is, why did Bagans of Ghost Adventures buy the house?
Right.
So he said that he hasn't decided what he will do with the home, but it will likely involve research, of course.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he does. And he actually even stated that it's not entertainment. He
I'm
quoted,
really glad he did that.
yeah, he quoted, I really do have a passion for this stuff and the research aspect. So I hope that he does investigate it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see it on Ghost Adventures next season.
It would be nice.
That would be nice.
But
Yeah.
the article is a little kind of ambiguous because apparently there's a current owner, tenant now in the home, and yet he's bought the home. We're in the process of buying the home. So, I mean, to me, that doesn't make sense. But, I mean, is he going to kick her out so he can investigate the home? I
Does she want to stay? That's my question.
Well,
I would be
is
like,
she,
"Get me
is
outta
she
here."
experiencing any kind of activity?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
Where is the entity? Where did it go? Did it go with almonds or did it?
I thought demons followed the actual individual.
I
always
don't
thought
know. You might be right. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, nobody really knows. I don't even believe in demons. You know, so for me, the word demon is just totally innocuous, you know, but, you know, so.
But you believe in angels.
To an extent,
So why not the counterpart?
Oh, that's a whole other show, Jackie.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
There's good and evil.
Well, yeah,
I
that's-
believe that there's a
yeah.
balance in everything.
Right,
I don't
right.
believe in demons in the traditional sense, you know, like
the
these
horns
creatures
and-
coming up
yeah.
from hell, you know.
And you're right. I don't either.
Yeah, you know, so, but you brought up a good question. Is that something that's connected to the Amen family? Is it connected to the property? Is it connected to the house? That's why I hope that research is done there.
Right.
You know, that Zach goes in and actually does some research, because I think that would be wonderful if we knew more about it.
I already assumed that a demon would follow the actual person, not stay in one location. Why give up a warm body when for a cold house?
You're waiting for the next warm body to come along.
Yeah, or maybe it's tied to the land.
Did you want to go to Indiana?
Yeah, you want to go to Indiana and find out?
I got you, no worries.
I'm your demon.
Yes, yeah. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. I'll keep an eye out on the story for sure, and
Sure.
if there's any new developments, we'll let you guys know in future episodes.
And
And
see what Zach does with the house.
yeah,
That'll
I'm
be
kind of
interesting. I'm sure
excited.
it'll be an episode on Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
I would
He'll make
watch it.
or he'll make a movie of that or
And
something.
how cool that
Yeah.
somebody who's so well known has kind of stepped up and said, you know what, I'm gonna handle this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
35,000 is
interesting.
still.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Jackie. So you have another.
Well, yeah, because I want to remind everybody that a couple months ago we investigated here at CMAC because we kept hearing all these stories about it being haunted and all the activity. And we had Johnny Pastina, a staff member, on. And we went down to the basement and up to the third floor. And we kind of just walked around with our equipment and see if we could find anything. Well, we didn't really find anything. We didn't capture any hard evidence like EVPs or pictures.
It was a bust.
It was, well, because you always learn something.
Right, that's
You always
true.
learn something,
Absolutely.
you know. We didn't find anything, and we didn't come away but we didn't come away empty-handed, because we always do learn something, even if we don't catch any evidence. And in fact, we did, because we talked about the fear cage when we were down there, and then after that I did a little research, yes, so named by the Taps boys that, you know, whenever you're in a confined area and there's really high EMF, you know, it can create, like now you mentioned it, it can create nausea, it can create you losing your equilibrium, it can give you headaches, it can give your limbs can go numb, and so obviously there was something there, and that may be the reason why people were getting weird sensations down there.
Right.
Right? So we learned something. We learned something in the fact that going down to the basement, yeah, you're going to feel creepy. You're going to feel like you're being watched. You're going to get a little sick and maybe get a headache, you know, because of all that high EMF and all those electrical water conduits.
Yeah.
And one thing I did, we didn't get a chance to really explain at the time of the investigation, but I wanted to kind of just show everybody what EMF
Absolutely.
detectors look like. And there's different kinds. If we can get I don't know if we can get a close-up or that or not. You'll see this little needle, and it's in milligauss. And basically what we have a green, yellow, and red area. And the green area is from 0 to 2 milligauss. Yellow is 2 to 7, and the red is 7 to 10. Now, the high red zones are generally man-made, like electronics and computers and refrigerators and TVs and all that kind of thing. Below 2 in the green area is usually like soft man-made things. Running water would be a conductor of electricity. These are going to tell you where the electricity is. And to give a little bit better explanation, if you can imagine the Earth and the electromagnetic field surrounds the Earth, okay? Now, my theory is, and there are two different theories, but the one I adhere to is that this magnetic field surrounds everything, us, everything. When another piece of another source of energy bumps into that magnetic field, it disrupts that magnetic field, and you can measure the disruption. Mm-hmm. Now, some other people believe, let me see if I can get that, that believe that apparitions trying to manifest themselves emit tremendous amounts of electromagnetic
fields.
Yeah, no, actually, magneticism.
Oh, magneticism.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they say can be measured through the use of an EMF device. While others believe ghosts gather energy to manifest, and since they are made up of energy, their presence interacts or disrupts the EMF field that is all around us, just like other sources. So yeah, so there's two camps. I'm the one with the latter. So, but yeah, this is how we measure, and we can actually talk to the spirits through an EMF detector. You know, with lights, green lights for yes, red lights for no, and there's all different kinds of EMF detectors, folks. And let's see if we can. We don't have anything here. No.
Oh, here.
I'd have to get
microphone.
up. Oh.
Here.
Here. My microphone just.
I'll come over there. All right. I'm moving. Oh, there you go.
There you go. No, it's not going to measure. It's not high enough.
Not high enough. Well, but that shows you how sensitive they are, too.
Well, yeah. If you walk over there to the, here.
Here.
Hold the button down and walk over to the monitor over here.
Okay.
The cameraman will hopefully follow you around.
See, we're at a pretty constant 5
right
here.
Right. But you can see how
which is right in the yellow range,
right.
you said.
Right, you can see how it goes off.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And it's disrupting that magnetic field because there's another energy source over here. So they're colliding, and this measures the disruption. That's my theory. Right. Actually, there's another theory, but we don't know which one is true or not. I teach this one. But there's also different other kinds of electromagnetic detectors, EMF detectors. This is a cell sensor. A lot of engineers use it, firemen use them. And it's basically the same thing. It has the same principle. Mm-hmm. The only bad thing about it takes 2 hands because you have the actual sensor and you have the actual device. So that's the only bad thing about this. But they're good. They work just the same. The other thing is this is a poor man's EMF detector. It's just a simple compass.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you hold it flat in your hand, if it detects EMF activity or disruptions, that needle is going to go off north because you know compasses, their needle always points north. So it's going to go off north, right?
And I've done investigations with just a basic compass before, and I've seen some crazy things happen. I mean, I've seen that needle rock back and forth.
And it's not supposed to do that.
No,
no. But yeah, this is what's called a poor man's EMF detector. The other thing is you all know what these are. These are the dowsing rods. And again, they're going to pick up sources of energy, whether it's a ghost, water, or anything else. You could actually talk to a spirit, and it can cross or uncross.
Yep.
Giving yes and no answers. We've done that many, many, many times, you know. And they're a nice tool. They're called scrying, and my husband's family used them for years looking for water to dig for wells. So
that's what they were originally used for. Yeah.
But again, we're looking for energy. We're looking for energy. It's because water's a conductor of electricity. But anyway, so that's a brief thing on EMF detectors and how they work. Let's see, we're at.
Now, the investigation wasn't a complete bust either. Now, one of our crew members that was behind one of the cameras actually picked up on something.
Oh, yeah, Anita.
Yeah.
Anita picked up. She said she picked up a woman down in the gift shop
Yep, in what
area.
used to be the gift shop. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we didn't catch any EVPs or any photos or anything on film down there. But yeah, she picked that up, and I 100% believe in the use of psychics and sensitives, and Anita's over here.
Anita's one of our camera people today. Anita, can you describe her again? She had brown hair tied in a bun. Is that what you said?
I felt really dizzy, felt a real heaviness.
Right.
And I had a hard time keeping my balance.
Yeah.
So she said that she felt dizzy.
But you
and
saw
had
her,
heaviness
right?
And had a hard time keeping balance.
You saw her?
I had
Okay.
Definite impression.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah, and that she had a definite impression. I'm just repeating what she's saying so
Yeah.
that I know that our audience probably can't hear her, but yeah, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So we got something.
We got something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, we can't rule out, we can't say that it's haunted. The CMAC building is haunted, but we can say it's inconclusive, that there is some stuff going on, paranormal activity. We're not sure really what it is yet, but there is something here.
And that being said too, I mean, what we did, it was short.
Right.
It's not like we came and spent the night, you know, I
Right.
mean, it was, so it was an investigation,
Right.
but it wasn't a very thorough one. So
Right.
that being said, I don't think we can rule anything out.
No,
So.
absolutely
yeah.
not. Well, yeah.
and I'd still love to hear stories if people have stories. If you've
Right.
worked here, I mean, this building's
Yeah.
been around for so long. So yeah,
How old is the building?
I don't remember.
19, let's see, it was built in, was it 19?
I want to say 1919, but it could be. It could be. I'm probably just
Well, it
making
was the
that
Fresno
up.
Met, and then it was the Fresno B. The Fresno B, no, I think it was like 1932.
Okay.
1922 or 1932, I think that was in our research. You have to go back and watch the last
Yeah.
episode.
That was 2 episodes ago. You
Yeah,
expect us
really.
to remember that?
Really? I can't remember all that.
I know, I've slept since then.
Yeah, I know. Huh?
But anyway, yeah. So I mean, like I said, it wasn't a complete bust, and I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, me too.
Like I said, we can determine that there is activity here, but as far as haunted status, I would kind of draw the line there.
Yeah.
It would take further study.
Yeah, exactly.
All
All right, so
right.
we got some announcements?
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, there is still time to get your tickets for the 4th annual St. Mary's Paracon, which is in Virginia City, Nevada. That is April 18th through the 20th. This is a great city, and Doug Carnahan and NPI put on a great little conference.
Yeah, if you guys haven't been, you got to go. I mean, I know you guys are open to this stuff. Virginia City is a great town if you've never been there. It's a short, I think it's like, was it a 4-hour, 5-hour drive from here?
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Over Donner Pass, just to Reno, and it's just like 25
yeah.
miles above Reno.
Okay.
So it's not
Oh,
bad
that's
at
not
all.
bad at all.
No.
And from what I understand, they're offering a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah, 2 for 1.
So that's like unheard of for
But
conferences.
yeah, and there's some great speakers and a great town. Even if you don't do anything, you just go and visit the town.
Yeah, so
it's a
check
great
them
town.
out at www.stmarysparacon.com. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I want to reiterate what we did. We mentioned last time about Central Coast Paranormal Investigators. They're looking for a couple of female investigators because they have this huge trip planned and they want to balance out their team. The trip is scheduled May 18th through the 25th, and they will be traveling to Iowa and Kentucky, investigating 3 of America's most haunted sites. And if you're interested, you're going to ccpinvestigators.com, and there's a phone number and email address, and we will put that on the screen for you.
I would love to do it myself. I wish
do
I
too.
could.
I would too.
Let's do it, Jackie.
I would too. I can't even get to go to San Francisco.
I know.
All right, and we got. I checked the mail bag, and yes, we have mail.
We have mail.
Yeah, I wish we could do all of them, but we only have a few that we can do. We're down to like 3 minutes. We have
Okay.
to wrap this up. So from Jim, he says it's a great show. He's sorry he's missed the others, but he wants to know where he can see them, and I will let you know, Jim. You can go to our website at www.ccpifresno.org, and they're all on there, and they're through YouTube, so you can check out those other shows.
And on our Facebook page, we have links for all the shows as well.
Okay.
So come like us on Facebook, and
Right.
You can
Good. What I forgot about that.
track us there.
From Melissa.
What's so funny?
Have you guys seen any of our other shows?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that Krista's always changing her hair color,
Uh-oh.
right? So Melissa wants to know, what is Krista's favorite hair color?
That's a tough question.
I know my favorite, but what do you like?
You know, honestly, I think my favorite is red. I love being a
Really?
redhead, but it's so darn difficult to maintain. It fades so quickly, and I'm dyeing my hair like every other week, and then it fries it, and then I got to go and shave it just, so
To get it back healthy
to get it back
again.
healthy.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I like the platinum.
Yeah, I know you like me platinum.
I like the platinum.
I'm going to stick au natural for as long as I can, which means it'll probably be different by next month. But, you know, maybe I'll go pink next
You still
time.
have your hat, right?
Yeah, I still have my hat.
Okay. All right, from Philip, he says he loves the show. He wants to know when the Bigfoot people are coming on.
Ooh, soon.
I think they're going to tape in June. I think they're going to be on the July show, if I remember
Okay.
right. Yeah. They've already, John and Mantra Freitas, and I think you're going to enjoy them. He's got some dynamite evidence, so hopefully we're going to be able to hear and listen to that. So, yeah, they're good people. They've been on a journey a long time, and I know John's had personal experiences, so I don't remember if Mantra has or not, but yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah, good show.
Excited.
Good show.
That'll be a fun one to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and then want to see what CCPI is up to? Check our website and our calendar at www.ccpifresno.org.
Same thing for CASA, www.casadelcuarendero.com. We got our Indigo Circle classes every twice a month, plus always Reiki classes going on and a whole bunch of other stuff. So check us out. And I think that's it.
That's it?
That's it. Thank you both so
Thank you.
much for joining us and for sharing your story. It
was
great.
fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it because I think it's just so great. We got a real family,
A real person.
a real person.
A
Well,
real person.
and not from the investigator's viewpoint, but from you had to live through it. So thank you for coming.
It's just an everyday life now.
Yeah.
Jim likes to hang out, and he doesn't bother me anymore.
Good.
Except turning on that TV.
Good. I could live with the TV.
I can live with it. He's not costing me a thing.
Right, exactly. All right, guys, we will see you back for our next show when we talk about more paranormal topics on the last Wednesday of each month at the same channel, same time. We hope that you've enjoyed our show. If you have a question or a comment, please contact us at paranormaljourneys1@gmail.com or Facebook, of course. And I think that's it. Again, a special thank you to you both.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yes.
I know.
Yes, it was.
And sharing their story. Maybe other people our clients will come on and want to share their story too.
They should.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should. Take care and be safe.